Hey everyone, welcome back to another edition of Smacked Up Wrestling Podcast. As usual, leave us a like on the channel, drop any comments you thought of Raw or SmackDown this week. We're going back to the same format, we're just doing one show just now until they fucking fix Raw, basically. Basically just fix fucking Raw, that's all we want. Also, you can follow us on Twitter at SUWrestle, follow us on Facebook at Smacked Up Wrestling Podcast. And that's all the shite you've got to do to follow us. As usual, you're hosted by You're hosted by myself, Will, and the man who keeps getting pissed off with fucking Roman Reigns.
Technology!
And technology as well, but Roman Reigns especially. How are you doing, big man?
Roman Reigns is still getting pushed 100 years in the future.
That
Roman Reigns.
That is. See, when you actually take the two shows, I think the best way to talk about this podcast this week is, let's be honest, right? This week in wrestling in general for WWE was pretty boring. SmackDown had its moments, but it wasn't like the last couple of weeks where it's just jaw dropping. I think that's to do with a lot with certain storylines have kept back a fraction, which I'm cool with. Always don't overuse that storyline. I'm totally cool with that. With now we know that Becky Lynch and Alexa Bliss is going to do a steel cage match. Totally cool with it.
Aye.
But the two shows in general were pretty fucking meh. You can tell,
especially after what New Japan did.
Yes, that was the thing. There will be a separate podcast on the New Japan thing. The Kenny Omega match is... there's no words to describe it, mate.
Perfection.
It is perfection. But we won't talk about that. We'll save that for another podcast later on in the week when we've got the time. But the big thing about Raw and SmackDown, they're pushing more. This is going to the Royal Rumble, and you're having all your big heavyweights chiming in, saying
it's really great having probably the Royal Rumble with the oldest bastards in it.
Aye, that is my problem. And after Monday night, now we see where that Universal belt is probably going to land, and I'm not looking forward to it. I really am. John Cena, if he becomes the champion, I'm totally fine with.
Oh, you cut off a wee bit there. You went, and then nothing.
Can you still hear me okay?
Aye.
Basically, people, we're using a new software to do the recording. Skype is absolute pish, and it crashes the fucking net constantly.
And it's about as secure as a leaky nappy.
Yep, so anybody, download Discord. It is fucking a lifesaver, that's all I'm going to say. And the quality is so much better. But with Undertaker going into the Rumble, mate, I don't know.
Why?
I guarantee, mate, he'll win it. Guarantee he'll win it.
No. I don't think he will.
Now,
the rumour is that he's going up against Braun Strowman. Personally, I think that's far too soon. I think they left that match for next year. And I know there was talk of doing it last year when Braun was nowhere near ready then as well. And huge fans of Braun here, no disrespect to the guy, he's fantastic, but no yet.
Yeah, I'm in the same book as that. If they went with that, it's a bit too early. I'm not saying he would not carry Taker. I think he'd do a good job carrying Taker.
He's too young to carry.
But that's what I mean. What I mean is, see certain spots, that's where I think he might falter at. But everything else, you could go like that, yeah, okay, but the match is made for Cena. The match is made for Cena to do it with Taker. Also, for WrestleMania next year, they've already confirmed it's back in New Orleans, where they had WrestleMania 30, which has pissed quite a lot of people off. But
the thing is, if you look at the reasons behind it, next year's the 300th birthday of the city. The WrestleMania 30 was massive success. It was one of the best Manias, both in terms of the product and in terms of the actual event week, because New Orleans fully went in on that.
Yeah.
In a way that only Orlando has before, and obviously they're doing Orlando this year. They don't want to do it 2 years in a row.
No.
Perfect sense. I've not got a problem with New Orleans.
I've not got a problem with it, mate.
Job.
Same with Orlando holding this year's Mania. A lot of people had a problem with that, but when you've got to think back to it now...
Oh, sorry, I've just been sent an updated Hall of Fame list.
I know Rick Rude and Diamond Dallas Page are in it.
Well, listen to this. This is from Wrestling Observer.
Right.
You've got DDP,
Yep.
Ravishing Rick Rude, Christian,
Oh!
Natural Disasters, IRS, and William Regal.
Oh, fucking brilliant. I wonder who the woman's going to be.
I know, that's a good point.
They're going to have a woman. Should it be China this year? My opinion, yes, but I don't think they'll do it this year.
It'll happen.
I think it'll be a couple of years before China's in it. She deserves to be in it, but I think it's a bit too
The
early.
thing about IRS going in, you know who'll end up inducting them?
It'll be Bo Dallas and Bray.
Aye. My kayfabe!
It'll be absolutely brilliant. That's a Christian is the one
If this is true...
If that is true, the Christian one, I'm going to mark the fuck out for.
No doubt Edge will be the one to let him in. Probably Triple H for Regal.
Because I'm a massive Edge and Christian fan, so that'd be absolutely fantastic. That's actually put a bigger smile on my face than the fucking whole week of Raw and SmackDown.
The thing is, Rick Rude, I mean, it's either going to end up being Stone Cold or, well, Paul Heyman, I would imagine.
I imagine more Paul Heyman.
And then DDP could be Jake or Scott Hall or Foley or Jericho. Or...
It could be anybody.
I'm surprised Goldberg's not in that list. I really thought he'd be on it.
Unless he's next year. Remember they done that
Well, he'd need to be if he's not this year, because then this year, surely DDP's your headliner there.
Because remember they done that with Sting.
True.
They might hold it a year. Because remember everybody thought it was going to be in WrestleMania 27. They were going to have either Goldberg or Sting inducted there. Then it didn't turn out that way. It was Shawn Michaels was the main inductee. So, but we could just wait to see. But no, if that's the card, the women wrestler is the one we've got to wait and see. But apart from that, that's a strong Hall of Fame where it's you want to watch it all, and no skip. Some of the other ones like there's times where I've skipped past some. It's not like disrespect, but it's just I never watched you. So it's like I'd rather watch the people I grew up with. But no, that's cool. But we just have to wait and see if that is a definite... Well, if it's from them, mate, they're usually bang on.
Mm-hmm.
They're usually bang on.
Big Dave knows his stuff.
Yep.
We'll see what happens.
But them going back to like the stadiums, and there was like a person, it was on Dead on Dave's show, and he was actually pretty pissed about it, mate, going back to New Orleans. Like you've gave valid points to like the money they brought in for the city, the money WWE made. I mean, they made a fortune, and it'd be the same with Orlando. And I think where people have got to remember, ever since 19, where they started going back to like big stadiums, and then back was it WrestleMania 23, where it was back to the big stage again. It took them a while to get back to these stages.
It did. I mean, 19 was like the first stadium one.
Yep.
And then it went to Madison Square Garden, then it was in an arena for another couple of years, and then, as you say, about 23, I think it was, you got your stadium again. Sorry, Malcolm's climbing on me.
That's all right. Sorry, Malcolm can join in. Tony's not joined in yet. We're waiting for Tony. But yeah, because you had the Staples Centres for 21, if I remember, and the Chicago one's still amazing. If they could get somewhere in Chicago that one can, like if we're outside, obviously the weather is going to play a massive part in it, and that's where I think having it in Orlando open, and like so when they've done it for 32, you're okay with that, but then again having it open, I think destroys some of the sound. Do you know what I mean? It's not as like, well, the New Orleans one, that right, hold on, Malcolm. Malcolm, that is valid points you're bringing. That is valid points you're making, Malcolm. Valid points. Yes.
You done singing?
Yes, Roman Reigns is awful.
That's what I heard as well. What's that? There's a boy stuck in the well. Leave him to die.
He's putting in his thoughts with Roman Reigns. Yep, Roman Reigns.
You just bumped your head on it.
There's no outtakes in this video at all. We're just leaving everything in. Fuck it.
He's not done.
Is he not done? mate,
right up at the mic.
Mate, that is the sound of a dying giraffe.
I see, is that what it is? I'm sorry about this.
No. It's always good entertainment. So there you go, everybody. Malcolm's gave his thoughts on, apart from my boy Stuck on the Well, but Roman Reigns and why he shouldn't be the Universal Champion. But I don't want to do a fucking Hulk Hogan here, going back to New Orleans.
No, you don't need to call them that.
No, I'm in two minds. What the fuck was the stadium called again? Is it Superdome?
Let's go with Superdome.
Mega
Joe! Thunderdome!
Thunderdome. That's it. New name. It's getting called Thunderdome. I know it's a Superdome now. I remember The Rock. I remember The Rock fixing the promo. But Thunderdome. We're calling it the Thunderdome now. But the sound in the Thunderdome was absolutely fucking fantastic. So I'm happy it's back there, mate. WrestleMania 30 was one of the best WrestleManias in a long time. So
City was right into it. So
yeah, I'm cool with that. But let's talk about the state of Raw, okay?
The fucking state of Raw.
That was a state. The whole Titus O'Neil running on with a keg, I don't care. Shawn Michaels' part was...
What? It was wet?
It was wet? It was like, what the fuck?
Old man shouts at cloud much?
Undertaker segment, yeah, it's cool, but do you want him in the Rumble?
No.
Personally, no. So he must be cleared now, but why advertise it in Raw?
Or at least cleared, but because they need ratings.
I know.
You show being the number one show, sorry.
I know. There's so many fuck ups where you're just
basic stuff.
Ticking the box, you're like, you've done it again.
It's weird. Wrestling is the only genre of entertainment where we now get the best show of the year 4 days into the year. You know? And like everything else, it's not going to reach the watermark set in Japan last week. It's just not going to do it.
No.
But everybody's going to, like, I mean, everything from now on is going to compare to it. The most distressing story that I read in the last week was after seeing Wrestle Kingdom 11, WWE writers want WrestleMania to end with a great match. I mean, now they want it. And secondly, you're going to need AJ, who for some reason, despite being your SmackDown champion, is away up the back of the Rumble poster, might add.
Who's at the front?
Oh, take a fucking guess.
For fuck's sake.
Just anybody for Raw and Dean Ambrose in the second row. So you've got fucking AJ, your world champ of the title with actual prestige on it, by the way, way up the back. He's the guy you want in your main event. Like, if you're going to have a match that would even come close to getting a Big Dave 5-star, because let's be honest, we all know 6 stars never happen again in our lifetimes. The way he hands them out. 3 times have been handed out in like 37 years. One was a house show between Ric Flair and Ricky Steamboat that he happened to be at, and would probably have given it less had he seen it on the telly. One was Minoru Suzuki and somebody, I think, in Japan in like 1992. And there's been nothing since then that matched that level. I'm not saying he's the be-all and end-all. I'm saying that the guy knows his shit, right? More so than pretty much anybody else.
If they want to copy...
I've got to respect the world for him.
If they want to copy New Japan with, like, sort of that ending... You need people, AJ in that fucking final match. You need it. That is...
AJ Styles, but who there? I mean, you've got guys that are better than everybody except Kenny Omega at working a crowd, right? Owens would be a contender because for what he doesn't quite pull off in the ring, even though he's phenomenal in the ring for what he is, and for the size of him, he's always mouthing off, and that, to me, like, that's something I enjoy more. Omega's got that as well. It's that Stone Cold thing. Always running your mouth. which is the best thing a wrestler can do as far as I'm concerned, because then you're not paying attention to any screw-ups, you're paying attention to him mouthing off at you. Omega does that, but Omega brings the thunder, if you will.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins, who, let's be quite honest, has not been asked.
No.
He's capable. Him and AJ will do something special together. That's special. Not right now. No, that's Seth Rollins. Jericho and AJ had their match last year. It was good. It wasn't great. They're too similar.
I think what you're looking at, mate, if it's no...
There's need to...
If Cena and Taker doesn't happen, you're looking at Cena. I'm not...
See, the other thing is, from a purely in-ring standpoint, the only man who could possibly deliver that level of match, and I mean in-ring, not for the build-up, would be Cesaro.
Yeah, for the ability, yeah.
Aye. But even though he's getting better, your promos are not going to be what you need them to be.
No.
They will be great in AJ's end, but the only way you're going to top Okada and Omega is if you bring Omega in to take on AJ.
Omega won't be there for a couple of years, I guess.
I don't think he'll ever come. I don't blame him.
No.
You've not signed for them.
He's making some amount of fucking indie money, mate.
No, I mean WWE, he worked for them. But 10 years ago, he was in developmental, and he left because of Bill fucking DeMott.
He's a prick. He's a prick in general, anyhow, mate.
And then Bill DeMott was saying, you don't get it, blah, blah, blah. What's Bill DeMott ever done? Do you know the best thing Bill DeMott ever did? Get his bollocks ripped off by Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That's what she...
That all-time amazing promo. What's your name? Hugh Morris.
Funnily enough, that's the only thing I remember him of at all.
Is it supposed to make me laugh? What?
That's the only thing I can remember him of, wrestling-wise. I fucking cannot remember anything apart from when Stone Cold started doing the what. I think that was actually the first one.
Aye.
That's it. That's all I remember, and it was purely because Stone Cold ripped his ass apart. I know Kenny Omega's in another tournament, but when you're looking at if you're wanting a match, it will never be that caliber. But if you're wanting a match to close your WrestleMania, to make it spectacular, AJ carries it to WrestleMania. Cena does not win it at Rumble, and have they two go at it, and then let Cena win it to break that record that WWE's kind of made up, because like Ric Flair's got more than what he's actually supposed to have got. But let's do it that way. Everything explodes going off. It'd be like that. Daniel Bryan winning at WrestleMania 30. It would be good. I'm not saying everybody's on that boat, but just now, when you're looking at what would you rather watch, let's put it that way. Would you rather watch Roman Reigns defend his title against fuck knows, like if they're teasing Goldberg? So
just vomited on my dog.
That's the thing, and the way I'm looking at the Rumble, if John Cena does not win, say they're on first, right? If John Cena does not become champion, Roman Reigns will. They will have a belt change.
Oh God, I'm not kidding. You're giving me a fucking hernia and an ulcer combined with some kind of new horrible beast. Tell you what, you want a good match to close Mania? That's not it.
No.
That's not it.
No, you need AJ to be the final match. You need it. If it's Roman Reigns, mate, I'm fucking telling you, it'll be WrestleMania 32 all over again.
I'm fucking telling you, this will become the Smacked Up New Japan Wrestling podcast.
Fuck's
I'll learn RuneSpeak.
But it was made obvious. We've been saying it for weeks. If he was gone for that title, drop that fucking belt. Thank God he did. And Jericho...
Slow clap. 3 weeks too late.
Aye. Jericho being champion, the United States champion, I think is a great thing, because he will work with anyone to help them, to coach them in the ring, and then he'll drop it to somebody that's worthy. Whereas they don't know what the fuck they're doing with Roman Reigns. Jericho knows what to do.
Aye.
I feel sorry for Kevin Owens, because he's just an afterthought now, and now you've probably got Kevin Dunn with his teeth rattling them about because of ratings. What do? Put Put Kevin Owens as champion and Cena as champion. One champion I will fucking take, and that's Cena. As much as I've never been an ultimate fan of Cena, but I'll not take Roman Reigns as a fucking champion.
The character.
Yeah.
His old catchphrase.
No, I mean, so the match, the 2-on-1 match, which is probably the highlight of Raw, was alright. There was nothing much you could write home, apart from that Jericho won everything. Everything.
Hi.
Which is outstanding, and he deserves it. That's all I can take for it, but now you know the writing on the wall, what's going to happen with that Universal belt. Now you know. And it's not what...
I really do.
It's not what we want. But then again, what the fuck do we know? We just pay our tickets and we get landed
and regret.
And regret it. SmackDown suffered the same fate. You had a good match, surprisingly, with Cena and Baron Corbin, which I thought, well, fair play. You're learning for Kane and you're putting your stuff into it. You're working right. Carmella's match, oh my fucking god. Apart from the Susan Boyle lookalike, that ending was totally fucked up with the botch. That was a botch and a half, and I actually facepalmed how bad it was. The Dolph Ziggler storyline, my fucking phone's going off, how professional am I? The Dolph Ziggler storyline with him being a heel and getting losing to Kalisto, I thought was brilliant, even though now him attacking them at the end, I think he's just realised he's at the bottom of the fucking pecking order. But it was good.
Vince probably thought he was Sin Cara. Go, get that bitch out of here before he punches someone, damn it.
The tag team match was good. I enjoyed that as well. The SmackDown, yes, was better than Raw for wrestling. But
it's just the default now, isn't it?
Yeah, but in general, this week was pretty boring, considering you think, well, you had Wrestle Kingdom 11. Do something to spice it up to, like, we've just watched this amazing fucking match. Do something to spice it, just something. And they didn't even bother. Which is WWE's arrogance at times, because they don't acknowledge anybody outside.
As they're concerned, they're in charge and that's
yes.
end it. And, like, no matter how good somebody is, they just don't give a shit. I'm surprised they've not already backed up a truck full of cash at Omega's house. I really am.
I think they will do it eventually, mate. Eventually, I think they will.
Apparently, his contract is up this month after the Rumble.
It's the 31st or something, or the 30th.
But he'd just be mental to leave there. He'd be wasted over here. You get that match after the hype, like one match, and when it's no super fucking perfect like they expect, which is damn near impossible to happen anyway, they'll lose their hard on for him.
I don't think he'll come because he'll lose a lot of creative control, which I think Matt Hardy might lose as well if he was to come.
Aye.
TNA, fair enough, they've been bought over, they're trying to do new stuff.
What is that logo?
That was what I was getting to, the logo, fuck me.
Like a special needs Wayne drew a fucking eagle.
Oh, it's so bad. But they're trying something different, bringing out a lot of indie wrestlers. I'm cool with that. Try something different. Don't fucking rely on Matt Hardy.
See how different it ends up.
Yeah, because don't rely on Matt Hardy's fucking name alone to try and carry that show. It's not working anymore. So, because if you take like the Final Deletion just there, that was the lowest viewed one compared to the other ones.
Aye.
So they need something fresh. Yeah, they need something fresh. But Raw and SmackDown, do they need something fresh? Yeah, they do. They really need to up their... they needed the rosters a wee bit packed more. I think it'll be like a year to 2 years before we see it to the level we want it to be. But just now, we're going into the Rumble in Mania season where it looks like Roman Reigns is going to be our champion. I don't want it.
Oh, stop saying that. It's making me ill.
It's going to happen, mate. It's going to happen. And the sad thing is, it's either going to be Goldberg in the Mania or somebody else. Personally, if they're going to do it, I would love Finn Balor to try and get his championship back because he was the inaugural champion and lost it after a day. That, to me, would be the perfect match. But if you're going to have a Universal title match with Roman Reigns and Goldberg, it'll last seconds because Goldberg cannot go a full match. No matter how fit he is, he can't do it. Hence the reason the squash match at Survivor Series is...
I think that's the only time he's spent inside the ring other than these promos.
Yeah, it's like the Undertaker's entrance is fucking longer than Mickey's match. If you know what I mean, it's scary to think that him and Taker, right? Taker's I think a couple of years older than him, will do a full match. Not to the best of his ability now, but he'll do a full match.
Aye.
Spots and all, and then you've got Goldberg that can only really do about 5 moves. We've always slagged John Cena, but he's the same. And then he's out. His tank's empty. He reminds me of the Ultimate Warrior. Tank empty. So it'd be interesting to see what they do, but for the wrong reasons. Interesting, because you know they're going to fuck it up.
Everybody loves a good car accident.
They'll fuck it up, mate. He's actually advertised for Fastlane as well.
Seriously?
Yep. And also we've got Brock Lesnar returning on this Monday coming for Raw.
Aye.
So just this week there was nothing to write home and go, do you know what? That was brilliant. That was really good. It was just across the board, meh.
Yeah.
And that's a sad thing.
Like having it been really good or really bad.
Aye.
For it to be right in the middle, for you just to go, I don't really care about this. It's the Roman Reigns of television.
Aye.
You know?
Aye.
I mean, other than him and he's no selling and fucking all that, just him getting shoved in their throats, right? That's what I don't like. But him as a guy, he does not inspire strong feelings in me one way or the other. I couldn't be arsed booing him if he was at a show. I couldn't be arsed cheering him because he's not done anything to earn it.
Yeah. It's just one of the weeks, mate. And like we've said to the people that listen, the regular listeners, we don't want to bore you. We want to try and make it as entertaining as possible. But when they don't help us,
when they don't give us stuff to play with,
it's like, fuck, what do you do? And the only thing, like I said, the best match of the week, I would give it to Cena. He actually made Baron Corbin look fucking brilliant, like Dolph Ziggler did.
He absolutely did.
And some of the moves...
It's just to reiterate why Cena is where he is.
Yeah.
When he's came back, he's not just doing TV just now. He's doing everything. He's came straight back into a full-time schedule. He's not doing a Rock and going, I'll get my own locker room and show up for the promo and then leave. No, he's there. He's putting people over. He's making them look great. He's doing the house shows. Did you
see him with Conan O'Brien?
Yes.
That was hilarious. That was fucking... People that's not seen it, look it up on YouTube. It's basically him getting the crowd to sing John Cena Sucks to his theme song. It is funny as fuck.
Bloody charismatic.
He's so funny, mate. Like you said, I can't stand the character, but I like him as a person. There's something about him.
I mean,
it's like
did you ever see the press conference? It was him, the Bellas and Daniel Bryan, and a kid asked him what his favourite food is.
Yeah.
That just... I'm not going to need to repeat the joke here because, family listened to this. But it was bloody funny.
But tapping that ass and Nikki Bella, you would just go, yeah. I mean, let's even take the Nikki Bella segment, just where we're on her. Her and Natalia, with like the multiple stories happening for the women wrestling and SmackDown, which is a good thing. I like that compared to Raw's was Raw's was fucking awful. That one feels a bit. Well, I'd say it's the second best because Carmella's I'm really not caring about. But
so you're going to call her a mutant now for some reason because Carmella's a mutant? What? Okay.
No. The person she was wrestling looked like a mutant.
Even Ellsworth next year looked like a mutant.
He's an X-Men.
That shite one that could only blow up once and then die.
Literally his career just now in WWE. The
bomb already went off.
It's already happened. It's no coming back.
It's not that. It's the fact that they've signed him. They've given him a 1 year contract, and they've no right. I'm glad the guys get money. I'm glad he's going to be able to make money off this for a while. But they didn't need to give him a year. They could have given him a 6-month contract.
I think 6 months would have been enough, not a year. No, they don't
I mean,
know what the fuck they're
right.
going
So
to
you've had that story, and then you could have just had his farewell as being the Rumble match, where it goes in and somebody giant, probably Braun, because that's who he started with, just turns him inside out. That's all you need to do.
Do you think he'll break the record for the fastest getting put out?
No, because I don't think it's physically possible to break that record.
No, you're right. Who holds it now? I know.
Santino.
Is it still him?
Aye, because it was like 1 second or something.
The kind of like that brawl backstage with Nikki Bella. She's taking some amount of bumps. Fair play to her. She's taking some amount of bumps. I want to see where this is going to go. Because Natalya, I like that kind of heel. She's so bad at a heel, but it's actually quite refreshing for what she used to do. So I'm quite interested to see where that's going to go. But purely that is there because of fucking Total Divas or whatever the fuck it's called. Best segment of the night for SmackDown, and I'm putting it right across Raw and SmackDown, Miz and Dean Ambrose. That's this pity we never got a match with either of them.
Yeah.
The segment was hilarious. Dean giving the Miz that award just made it
the
brilliant.
Miz Participation Award.
Yep.
Well done, you tried.
But it's
amazing.
Fair enough. With this week, maybe okay. You can't use everything like they're doing with like Becky Lynch and Alexa. Hold it a couple of weeks or hold it a week. Because, like, how many weeks to Rumble now? We've got still 3 weeks to go, 2 or 3 weeks to go.
Yeah, I think so.
So it's like, okay, right, don't shoot your load, so to speak, fucking constantly. But this week it was just, you had good parts, but apart from that, there's nothing to write home about. So everyone, that's basically been it. It's not really been the best week of wrestling. Not much to talk about. Wrestle Kingdom basically blew wrestling minds in the world away. That was basically where it lies. Me and Martin still want to do a podcast on it. Just been busy. But we will bring one because it deserves its recognition. So, as usual, please leave a like and a comment. Tell us what you thought of Raw and SmackDown this week. Anything that you thought can be worked on. Anything you're looking forward to. Now we're going into the Rumble season. We're 2 or 3 weeks away. And let us know how you feel. Is it the right choice making Reigns a champion? Same with Cena going into it. Should he just leave AJ continue to be the champion? Which is mine and Martin's opinion. It should be. And have the Cena match there as well. So leave us a like, comment, sub to the Gaming Vault. New videos every Monday to Friday as you always see. Leave us a like on the Facebook page, which is Smacked Up Wrestling Podcast. Also follow us at Twitter at SUWrestle.com. SUWrestle? Fucking hell. What the fuck? So many things I've got to say now, and seeing you're on that fucking... It's not even a script. But at least I leave all this shit in so all you can have a laugh with us. We're no professional, fuck it. But as usual, people, please leave us back your feedback. Your support's been great. As usual, just leave us a sub in the channel. Follow us at Twitter at SUWrestle.
Well done.
It's not been the best week, has it?
No, it's fucking shite.
Nah. So, everyone, thank you for listening to Smacked Up Wrestling Podcast. I've been Will.
And I've been wondering, does he look like a bitch?
And we'll catch you next week, where hopefully Raw fucking fixes ourselves.
Aye, it might be miracles yet.
I might win the lottery. Oh, wait. Will we get Tony to join in? Tony's no joining in. Everybody, thank you for listening. We'll catch you next week.
Cheerio.